Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry it's been the longest time. I've just kind of been taking a break. It's the Christmas time. I'm spending time with my family, but I'm hoping to have this video out by Christmas. If not, hopefully I'll be back in the new year. So I'm gonna keep this intro quite short. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe. If you've watched my previous video or even seen that previous video, then you might know that my old previous YouTube channel got hacked at 35,000 subscribers. So I'm literally starting from scratch on this channel. I know I'm so red right now. It's quite hot in here under these lights. So yeah, I'm starting from scratch again, unfortunately. So if you want to join my journey here moving forward, then I would absolutely appreciate that. If not, that's totally fine too. But without further ado, let's get on to today's tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to start with face. I usually start with my eyes if I'm not filming, but just because it's a little bit quicker, I'm going to start with my face today. So I'm taking the brand new Designer Brands Skin Quencher Primer 2-in-1 Moisturiser. So this has hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, and vitamin C and E. This just absorbs into the skin amazingly. So just pushing that in, letting it soak in. Now to add some glow to my skin, I'm going to take the Technic Get Gorgeous Liquid Illuminator and literally just put that oil over my face for some glow. Okay, so just taking like a stippling brush, and I'm literally just going to pop this all over my whole face just for kind of like an added glow. Now we cover foundation up with this anyway, so if it looks crazy, just don't mind it. Also, you guys will have to let me know if you like chatty get ready with me's like this. I absolutely love filming, you know, chatty get ready with me's. I would absolutely love to know what you guys are up to over the Christmas and holiday season, if you celebrate it. If not, that's totally fine. Let me know what you are up to anyways. I would love to know. Now, I know I look completely crazy and Tin Man status, but that's going to disappear in just a second. Now, these have been my two go-to foundations to mix together. So we have the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation in 30 Sand, and I also use the LA Girl Pro Matte High Definition in the shade Beige. I find these two together are like my perfect foundation combo. Now, I do tend to get quite oily in my T-zone. The rest of my face is quite normal, I would say. The Maybelline foundation is a slight bit pink. However, I find the LA Girl one is like perfect. So I literally just go to town, and I love using a beauty blender for these foundations. Like, as you can see, coverage, and hopefully with that little glowy Technic product underneath we'll get a little bit of sheen. I mean, I highlight anyway afterwards, but yeah. So just pushing that into my skin. So as you can see, coverage, she's there. Okay, so here is my face done. If you're someone like me and you get you have quite deep set nose creasing, I will just go in around my nose and kind of do a little bit of buffing, because I find in there hard to reach with a sponge. So I'll literally just wiggle that in there a little bit. Now for concealer, again, I mixed two. You're probably thinking, wow, this girl is so excessive. So here are the two I've currently been mixing. So the BYS All Day Wear Concealer, as well as the Revolution C2 Supersize Conceal and Define. Now I do find this a bit drying on its own. However, when I mix it with other concealers, I really actually enjoy it. So that is why I'm mixing it. Also, it's not like the perfect shade, but it's okay. I make it work. I prefer like C6, I think it is. But anyways, so I will still highlight and, you know, highlight with concealer. I'm also just going to spritz my face with the Revolution Pro Primer Aqua Priming Base. I just find this helps to kind of blend your concealer and mesh that matte product into your face. My face, not your face. I am going to take it on my lids and just, oh cool, it's taking off my foundation. Love that. Okay, maybe that was not a good idea. feel like the Revolution probably did that because the BYS one doesn't do that. Maybe I just pushed too hard, but alright, I think I'm kind of fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it. I just probably needed to let it sit a little more and just pat a little lighter. I was a bit rough there, but yeah, I've covered it up and I'm about to powder anyway, so that's fine. It actually doesn't look too bad at all now. I just went in a bit too hard at the start. Now, if you're new here, I have a almost 1.5-year-old daughter, so this is her second Christmas. So I'm super excited to see, you know, what she thinks this year. She kind of has a bit more of an idea, like she sees Santa and goes ho ho ho, although it might be a different, like she still doesn't understand obviously, but yeah, I'm just so excited to see her little face. Like she knows what presents are and she absolutely like just wants to get into the presents already, so bless her little soul. So yeah, do you guys have kids or what do you do for Christmas? Yeah, if you didn't know that about me, I have a 1.5-year-old daughter. Her name is Skylar. I'm just setting with my BYS light translucent powder. I love this powder, never fails me. Super cheap, affordable. I find it makes me look quite flawless. So I'll usually kind of just pat it sort of everywhere, but mainly under my eyes to bake, and then around my nose. And then I'll kind of just go in with a light dusting of it and dust it all off. As well as like pressing it into the skin where I need it. Just patting lightly. It is so hot in here under these lights. Oh mama. But as you can see, coverage, I'm like so flat. I need some bronzing, but coverage is like I'm blanked out, which is what I like. If you don't like that, that's totally fine. I mean, sometimes I like a more natural look, but usually I'm kind of all or nothing. Like most days I won't have makeup on just because mum life, but then sometimes, you know, I want to go full glam, so I do. So I'm just gonna wipe like any excess powder off that I did my baking with. And let's move on to the rest of the face. So I have a few designer brands, holiday palettes and stuff. I'm hoping to film like a beauty gift guide next if Skylar sleeps for long enough. But I got their Contour Complexion Kit, which just looks like this. You get 3 bronzers, these name things annoy me. 3 bronzers, like a banana powder and a highlighter. This one was $14.99, so I'm just gonna go in with kind of like these 2 warmer bronzers and then maybe contour with that. That's a really nice color. So I'm just mixing those 2 together and starting to slowly buff on my face. You can already see this side of my face has more dimension than the other side. Also, if you're new to my channel, most of the time my hair will probably be up and looking like this, ugly. That's just mum life for you. Like, hair is such an effort. Like, face is one thing. I mean, that's already an effort when you have kids of any age, but then doing your hair and completing the whole look, that's just like next level get out of town sort of thing. So if you come to my channel for any glorious looking hair or hair tutorials, then I'm sorry, this is not the channel for you. I mean, sometimes I'll do my hair, but most of the time I kind of just look like an egg, like I do right now. Wow, that bronzer did an amazing job. It's gorgeous. I love designer brands. I'm sure most of you know that. Now I'm just gonna go in with this cooler contour shade and just do like maybe the slightest bit of sculpting. Just right in that socket. Whoa. Okay, that's pigmented, so take it light. I'll do a little bit down my nose, just a smidge. Wow, that's good. This palette, good, 15 bucks. I probably won't go in with the other 2. I might dip into the other palettes that I got, but for 15 bucks so far, that's good. So moving on to blush, Nope, this is a highlighter palette. This one did break. I should have a blush in one of these colors. I don't think I did get the blush palette. They also had a blush in those little tins. We've got some highlighters. So I'm just going to use a blush of my own. It's BYS Nectar Blush. Just do a little flush of that on my cheeks. Just kind of tie that in. And then I kind of want to use a few more of these little products that I got. So this is the Copacabana Complexion Palette. So you get 3 different highlighters. This one's $10. I'm going to take the middle pink shade and kind of just use that as a blush topper, just really lightly. Because, you know, I want to be extra glowing. So that's perfect for that. And it's got that pink sheen to it. And then for highlighter, I think I want to go in with this palette. This is the Oh My Glow highlighting kit. Kind of looks like this. Or I also have this little tin, or I have this palette that I just went in with. So they have some bomb holiday stuff this year. Wow, that one's really pretty. Maybe I'll go in with those two together. But I haven't actually tested this little Coco Cabana thing out, so I might do this on one cheek and then do the Oh My Glow on the other cheek, because I feel like you guys probably will want to see that. So I'm just going to mix these 2 shades and do this cheek. Now they're quite powdery, but the glow is definitely there, like with some setting spray. Yeah, so I'll just take it up there. So that one is this little $10 palette. Now I'm going to go into the Oh My Glow kind of ABH dupe kind of lookalike one. And I'm going to take a few of these shades, probably the more like wearable shades, and glow up this cheek. Wow, that's stunning and very highlighty. So I kind of just took these 3 shades here on my nose, and then I'm going to go in with the highlight tin, which mine is busted. Oops. And kind of just test out these and add to this side just to balance out my whole face. So I'm like sitting here trying to decide what I want to do for my eyes. I kind of wanted to do like a traditional brownie gold, greeny eye, something like that. More like gold with a red lip. And I think I'm going to use some of these newish designer brands I See You little 6 eyeshadow palettes. I think these will be such a good little gift idea. And I mean, they're easy to get your hands on. They're affordable. I mean, I might use a few from each, so that could be annoying, but you could definitely get so many looks just out of each of these, and they're $12.99 each. So I think I'm going to play around with these. I haven't really had a chance to play around with these yet, so perfect opportunity to do it now and make this super affordable. I want this tutorial to be affordable and accessible for you guys. I mean, that's just my aim always. I'm sure most of you know that by now. So yeah, I'm just going to see where this look takes me. So I'm going to do my brows, prime my eyes, and then we'll be back. Okay, I think we're in focus. So I always prime my eyes with the W7. I got the Power Eye Primer. Now, I was freaking out because I was getting low on this. It's another tube I've got somewhere. I was getting so low on this, and this is my favorite eye primer. It's $5 from Chemist Warehouse. It's like this really nice skin tone color for my skin. It's not going to work for every skin tone, unfortunately, but if you can check it out and you think that it would suit your skin tone, then definitely check it out. I don't set it down, and then I found it the other day. We went like 40 minutes to a different shopping center. I found it the other day. I grabbed 2, so now I have like 2 backups of this. It's my favorite, $5, Chemist Warehouse. Can't stress it enough. You guys will have to let me know if you've tried it, how you use it. Like, I just use it kind of like it sets itself down, so I don't set it. Anyways, enough blabber from me. So we're starting off with this palette, which is Fired Up. This is a very Amy palette with the oranges and stuff. And take this one. Now I just take it on kind of like a flat, just whatever's clean really. I would usually use I've got this Wet n Wild one that's quite flat. Most of my brushes are dirty, which is the story of my life most of the time. This one's got purple on it, so I don't really want to use it. But something like this is typically what I would use for this step, but I'm just taking like this clean Ecca brush that I've got. So I'm going into that like reddy shade, and I'll kind of just pat and wiggle into my crease. Now I wish I had a cleaner, bigger brush like those ones I just showed you, but it is what it is. And I'm kind of just stamping out my crease, giving it a bit of a wiggle. And this is the technique that I like to do. If this doesn't work for you or you don't like this, that's totally fine, but I'm just doing what kind of works for me. So stamp and wiggle, stamp and wiggle. Now I would say this shadow is, it's a satin, it's got some type of sheen in it, but on the eyes you can't really see that. If you guys are new with this technique as well, this technique and outcome is probably going to look messy until I've kind of, it's a bit of a process, let's just say that. I have two completely different eye shapes, so my eyes are never gonna look perfect. So I kind of just work with what I've got. Now I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and kind of just slightly buff over those edges, just making sure there's no harsh lines. And I'm telling you, this base, like, shadows blend and pack beautifully on top of it. So just like a little bit of a buffing, because we're gonna go and add more shadows up there anyways. But just to kind of diffuse it. Now I kind of want to take a bit more of a burgundy color maybe. So I might go into this little palette, which is Make It Mauve. Take that same brush I had and kind of dip into like the reddy type of shades and start pressing that kind of lower crease. Lower crease, packing. Yeah, they work nicely with those. Designer brands are all vegan and cruelty free too, if you guys were curious, and they are such a good brand. Like, I do get PR from them. No, this is not sponsored, but when, you know, a brand is so affordable and amazing, I just have to hype it up. So I'm just gonna buff that again. And taking this palette, I'm gonna take this light pinky shade and kind of buff above it. Take Fired Up again, take a slight bit of the orange and kind of just do a little bit of buffing above that. Now these are pigmented, so I'm tapping and like slightly buffing. Slightly. And like I take my shadow all the way up to my brow bone. If you don't like to do that, that's 100% fine, but that's what I like to do. Some days I'm so precise with my cut creases, and then other days I'm just like not. So it's totally up to you what kind of depth you want to go. Now I'm going to take this palette. This one is the Coco Loco. I'm taking this deep burgundy brown type of shade. I'm just kind of stamping that on the outer for a bit of depth. And this will be like the fourth palette we've used. Okay, now the fun part. Taking this palette, which I think will be the 5th one we've used. I've nearly used them all. So taking this one, which is Khaki Keen, and taking this greeny gold shade, which is stunning, and I'm going to pack that in the inner third where we did that cut crease. Okay, so I went with like a semi-soft kind of lash. They are still drying. I'll link them down below. I think I got them off AliExpress. So I'm going in with that original burgundy shade from the Fired Up palette, and I'm going to run that underneath my lower lash line. Smoke it out a little bit. Just like that, and I think that's the only shadow I'm going to do on the bottom. It looks good. It kind of balances the look out. Cute. And then for lips, of course, we're going to go red. This is a gorgeous red too. This is Colourpop. I love Sarah E. Ariba. So I don't know if you can still get this. I hope you still can. Okay, you guys, so this is going to complete my super affordable, easy to access, I guess, maybe, possibly, Christmas holiday tutorial. I mean, it's not necessarily a Christmas tutorial, but if you want to wear it for Christmas, go ahead. Let me know if you've tried these little designer brand palettes, or if you're going to pick up any of like the holiday products from the designer brands collection that I've shown. This lip color is everything. I mean, I know Colourpop is not easy to access here in Australia, but it is affordable online. And I mean, you can buy so many bomb matte liquid lipsticks from the drugstore these days, so I'm sure you'll be able to match this color. I'll link a few other options below, like kind of like my go-to reds. I think Maybelline might even have one. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what kind of look you're gonna rock for Christmas. I don't even know yet. Probably something similar to this. Like maybe I'll do more like a traditional gold. I don't know, we'll see. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for all your support. I hope you have a great holidays, Christmas, New Year's, all that if I don't see you before then. But yeah, I love you all so much. Thank you for your support of 2018 and hopefully continuing to support me into 2019. And without further ado, I'm gonna go shut up, but I'll see you guys later.